All right, everybody, welcome back to Cheap Seats episode 13.
Yeah.
Number keeps growing, boys. Pretty impressed. The giddiness. I feel like a kid at Christmas right now, boys. Pratt's just got the look. Wilson's got the grin. It is classic weekend. It's an institution for some of us at Woodland.
Wow. And I mean, to boot, we got every sport is going to be played other than the NFL.
Like, Bet365 got loaded today, ready to go for the weekend. Like, boys, she's baseball, she's basketball, she's hockey, she's a golf tournament. And as Jim Wilson likes to refer to the classic as what, Dustin?
Oh, he calls it a cage match.
It's a cage match. It's going to be beautiful. And weather's supposed to be great this weekend. Little hot for the plumper gentleman in the group here. That would be me. But I will have bags of ice and possibly some type of EpiPen in case I have a little bit of a reaction. So,
Lane, are you serious about the bags of ice?
Oh, absolutely.
For what?
Where do you put them?
My golf bag.
Okay.
What do you suck on the ice?
How does that keep you cool?
Okay, I shouldn't say bags of ice. I should say those cool compressor packs.
Okay.
Yeah. Like you freeze them, then you put them in your bag,
Yeah.
and then you know what I'm talking about.
So when you undo your bag and you just dab it on your face?
For the neck, eh? The neck seems to get
Okay.
a lot of action. So,
Down your pants, maybe? No?
well, the balls do get a tad sweaty, Jeff, during the classic. Not gonna lie.
I never ever roll out that weekend without baby powder in the bag.
Oh,
I'll be honest with you.
It gets damp.
Really?
Moist.
Oh yeah, nobody gets the chafing. Nobody knows it better than me. So, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Apple's tip-off.
Tap House tip-off. Thanks to our sponsor. We'll
Yep.
peek there.
Yeah.
Jeffrey?
We got
I think we're kicking off with the swear jar, aren't we, boys?
All right, let's kick off with the swear jar. We had a really expensive week.
Well,
Really expensive week. Our friend
Well, Wallace went after Favre. That got things started. And then I think there was some other stupid things said that got me worked up. So,
It's all for the greater good, guys. It's all for the greater good.
I'm,
Well, there were some stupid things said, that's for sure.
yeah.
I don't even know why I swore 4 times, but yeah, I did. Oops, but Wilson had the
So
most
what-
expensive week.
Well,
Yeah, what did we
Phillip
put in?
Rivers tends to get you in a tizzy, Boomer. I know.
Oh, we're in for 42 more bucks just from last week's episode alone.
Yeah.
Wilson himself was in for 18 of that. So, ouch. So
Thanks, Wills.
yeah, he's looking
Yeah.
for some redemption this weekend on the golf course. There's a little bit of a wager on
He
board.
has a temper. I've never seen him have more of a temper on the course. I don't know. Do you realize that, Wills?
Oh, I get almost club breaking mad lately.
Does the old
Me and Pratt had front row seats too at that front nine. We
I get it is more than what I've usually been, but I don't know. Higher expectation for myself this year, I guess. So
we better let the viewers know there's a little bit of a inside competition going on this weekend between the three of us. Unfortunately, sadly, Boomer is not able to play this weekend.
Why don't we do some giveaways and then have a little classic around the horn?
That's something to look forward to here. There's a competition going, so that will lead into your part, Jeff. So,
Let's start the pizza.
Yeah, we can do the pizza if you guys want to do the pizza. Did a little tweet there. Tried to get as creative as I could with it, with the retweets. We got 25 retweets or 25 names in here, and let's see what we're going to roll with. And we got Kent Sauter.
It's a hot seat.
Yeah.
Hell of a golfer.
Actually, his brother Fritz?
Yep.
Because his
And
brother's a player, too.
his old man's Doug. Best jackhammer you've ever seen, Doug.
yeah, it's a good.
Yeah. Yeah, well, congratulations there, Kent. You won yourself a large pizza from our friend Pete over there at the Tap House. So I'll get a hold of you and figure out how we can get that to you.
Cool.
nice.
You're up, Pratsky.
Okay. Little ice factory trivia.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
cheers, boys.
God damn
Lane.
it.
My cup's almost empty.
Can we send out a memo for this, boys? Because I forget fairly
What
easily.
a sticky
Just
note
pour a
across the
drink.
top of your.
You know
Well,
it.
I'm the only one that doesn't drink for this event. So
Well, you had a Coke Zero there, whatever the hell that was.
kicking the sugar bit, folks, just so you know. We'll try and drop about 30 here in the next month or two.
So the question was, what Esteban Bourne product was drafted in the 6th round of the Florida Panthers? We had 15 or 16 correct answers for Dustin Johnner, including Dustin Johnner himself.
Yeah.
So,
He should know that, yeah.
and I guess I can say now, I think we're going to have a little interview with
I
DJ
was
next
hoping
week.
you were going to go there.
We're going to hit him up early next week, and we're going to have our first Cheap Seats interview and talk about how I was a launch pad into his long professional career when I played on a line. Sorry? No.
No, it's
Okay.
not.
Here we go. Blair Stepp.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Stepper, yeah.
He's
Stepper.
in my list too, so we'll spread them out. I'll do the or do we want to do all three right now or what?
Let's get him out of the way.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think I got to say what this week's Ice Factory competition is.
Oh dear.
Oh yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh,
So with the Classic coming up, we're going to ask our tweeters out there and viewers. You have to answer by noon Saturday, and we'll post it right after we're done the episode tonight. Simply state between Lane Wallace, myself, and Dustin Wilson, who's going to have the lowest total score in the Classic this weekend. That's it. I don't know if we really want to give our sales pitch as to why you should vote for all of us, but I would
Yeah,
vote for
sure.
me. Huh?
Go ahead.
Yeah, let's hear
Why?
yours, Jeff. I can't wait.
I don't really have. I didn't know. Are we doing that?
Yeah, you are. You just said it.
Well, Lane will need some time because he won't get many votes. I don't think.
Well, I'm rolling hot right now. The putter's on fire.
It is on fire.
Wilson saw that front and center. Roll 75 season low last round. So I'm going in hot, viewers. Vote for your boy Kratzky.
He does not look confident at all right now.
But
Yeah, no.
I have an issue right now. I do not know where my 7-iron is. And yeah, it hasn't been turned in yet.
oh.
That's
And I don't
weird.
know why. Who the hell wouldn't turn in a left-handed 7-iron?
It's a pretty
But-
key club.
Yeah, so I don't know what I'm going to do there. Anyways, if you're out there, any left-handers that were golfing on Wednesday,
Yeah.
turn the 7-iron in, please.
You're
Wilson,
up,
Lane.
why
Wilson.
are you going to win?
Lane? Oh, me?
Yeah.
Playing solid golf, a little bit inconsistent. I got a 73 within the last week and a half here, so it's been recent that I really scored well. And I mean, I could really just go after you two and tell them why they shouldn't pick you guys, and that would really help my case. But I'll be fair with Lane, and I'll save the chirping for Pratt on the golf course. So just pick me. I'm the better golfer out of those two, and you all know it.
Let's consider it's a bit of a marathon with the old brewskis that
For me?
comes into play with young Wilson there.
Well, I know. It's gotten me before. Yeah, good point. Now you got me doubting myself. Shit.
Later, why are you going to win?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, as Jeff just alluded to, this is a cage match marathon, which I do know in the past Wilson has failed to show up for all 3 days.
That was like a decade ago.
Unfortunately, it's still on your record, though, Wilson. So,
Well, one of them actually is on my
just
record,
let's
I
hold on
think.
here. The rules are if you don't show up for all 3 rounds, you're out. Just because you shoot 2
All 3. I've
Dustin-
never missed Saturday. Never.
You better not.
I know someone who has.
So do I.
was supposed to play with him that day. Peyton missed her.
We had someone in the group. That was the funniest Snapchat story of my life, though, easily. Oh,
I am going to be 100% honest. I wouldn't pick me. I wouldn't pick me.
holy.
Well,
My
you bet
history in this thing-
$150 on it, Lane.
Well, it's kind of hard to swing a golf club when you have your hands firmly clasped around your throat, choking every time you play in this. So, I've been in this thing. I've been close to that horse race. I can't even count how many times, and it just always blows up. However, this is right in my wheelhouse this year. There's no fans in attendance for the horse race, which means all it is between me and a championship is a good solid Xanax and a pack of butts. Okay, I can get through this. No, I'm being dead serious. Don't pick me, like at all, I'll for the one person that picks me, have faith, and you might come out loving your boy Wallace after it's all said and done. But I will say this: there's some skin on the line between me, Wilson, and Pratt. There's a little more than just the classic pride here. There's some financial pride. So I got a little bit more extra motivation, especially because the shit talking's been going on. And I'm looking to shut my boy Pratt up because he's been chirping a little bit the last few days. So I'm looking forward to this weekend. It's going to be a good time. Boomer, wish you could be there, honestly.
I got
He'll
off.
be there.
I
He'll
got,
be there,
I'll
just-
be there. Well, yeah. we'll see. I got to offer a little insight here on this little battle between you
Oh,
three. You know, I'm
no.
not going to say who I would pick because that would just be a little silly, and then I would look stupid if I got it wrong.
You pick me, Boomer. You
Well,
know.
Pick. Say it. Who would you pick?
Like I feel like people are kind of underestimating the fact that Wallace generally is a little easier on the booze than you two will ever be. But I'm not picking Lane.
boy.
Relax. I'm not
Damn it.
picking Lane. Jeff, geez, Jeff is playing really good golf. He's playing very, very good golf. But today on our group chat, he kept sending us still shots of his own swing, and he's dissecting it for
Yep.
all of us to see, and none of it is positive that he's saying for any of us.
Nope.
He basically said he hits his wedges about half as high as everybody else at the course. He
True.
can't. Well, I'm not going to say
Boomer, I was
the way he put it,
watching that
but
shot.
Pratt can't hit a draw or a hook. I think Jeff is kind of wondering what he's going to do when he's standing over the ball probably 20% of the time. So that kind of worries me. But Jeff is obviously playing good golf, so I've got to give him, a little bit of props. Now, Dustin Wilson, every single year, somebody says, yeah, but, he might not make it. He might not make it.
God. Is it that bad?
It's that bad,
No,
guys.
it's the talk of the clubhouse every other year.
I was thrown in jail one year. That should hardly even count.
And that's why it's on your record. But you know what? If Dustin doesn't, if he doesn't end up in the slammer, and he can put down drink number 47 on Saturday night, he's got a decent shot at, let's be honest, Dustin's best bet is to drink too much in the afternoon and pass out so he gets a decent amount of sleep and comes out hot in the morning. That's his best chance. I don't want to say my winner, because that's just no fun for anybody, and I don't want anybody
You guys make me want to get extra drunk this entire weekend and still show up and win. Because you guys are basically saying if I don't drink and stay sober, I'm going to kick your guys' ass. So I'm going to get extra drunk.
No,
I
I'm not
watched
saying that at all.
I watched
not
you
saying that at
completely
all.
blow up in 7 holes not having a sip of booze. So I don't know which is. Well, when me and Pratt schooled you, we were up on the front 9 there. In fairness, you came on the back 9 and fired it up.
Oh, yeah, that.
Fired it up.
What were your scores last year, Wills?
91, 89.
Okay.
Hey, wait a
Consistent, though.
See, think if you feel the persistence, though, he comes back on Monday and throws one under 90 for the boys.
If
Like,
what Boomer just said,
hey,
the
there
fact
you
that
go.
Boomer literally went through this whole thing and gave his reason why Pratt should win and Wilson should win and didn't even address me, That tells you right there.
That's not
What are you
true.
talking about, Wallace? You
That's not
thought
true.
he picked you at the beginning.
Yeah, but he
That's
was
how
just
good of a
throwing me
sell.
bone.
That's
He
how
was
good of a
just
sell
throwing-
it was.
He wasn't serious.
So who are you picking, Boomer?
If I had to put money on it, like if I was to just say, okay, I'm putting money down, I'm gonna pick the winner, I'm probably going to say Jeff at this point.
Okay, we'll put money on it. I'll bet you 50
Oh!
bucks I beat Pratt.
How
Okay,
much?
fair. Yeah, sure. Yeah, we
50.
can do that. Yeah, we can do that. 3-day total score. I
Yep.
think Pratt's gonna beat
Okay.
Wilson.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Got my
I
lucky
am
shirt
hitting
on.
that golf course
I'm gonna have to start writing
hard
these
tomorrow
bets down.
just to shut all you up. Okay. We're done talking about the classic. Everyone, they've pissed me off. Vote for me because it's coming down now. So, just so disrespected right now. Okay. Where are we going next? Because I'm just rattled right now.
Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't we talk about how much we actually do suck at golf, and when the competition's outside of us three, yeah,
We got schooled, boys. Like we got taken
schooled
to the
isn't
woodshed.
even.
Taken
That
to the
was
woodshed and beaten.
Hey,
holy.
okay, you
shit.
three got it. Did I not say that is exactly what would happen?
Yes.
We all knew we were gonna get beat. We
Boys,
just,
I thought you'd give him a little bit more of a run.
so did
so-
we.
I really, really thought it would be closer.
Unfortunately, this was not caught on video, but this pretty much sums up the whole excursion for me.
Oh God.
They on hole 3, we're already down. They're 2 under and we're even. And like we're just looking at each other like, okay, what just happened here? And all 3 of these young whippersnappers, yes, I call them whippersnappers, smacked one. And I mean, just bombed it. Pratt, not so much, went to the left. I step up and I'm trying to be the hero, and I thought I got a hold of one. Like I hit it right down the middle. I thought I got.
You did get a hold of one.
Oh yeah, I thought I put like all 230 into her. Okay, and I said to Pratt at the back of the cart, I'm like, "What? No love on the drive?" Like feeling Conor McGregor-ish strutting.
Oh man.
Oh,
When you came out of the tree line there and you're just like, huh,
I
boys?
literally
Huh?
turned to Boomer and mentioned, and I thought my ball was like up by the 150, and it went like this. I'm like, yeah, that's right. Boomer's like, Wallace, your ball's back there, 100 yards back in the rough.
What was it? Like,
No.
was it actually 80 yards?
80 yards.
Oh,
Yeah.
70 yards, yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow.
In the didn't get it on video though, so it was good. But holy shit, that was sobering. They went 4 under, and we went 1 under.
1 under.
That's
mean-
bad on our part, though. We should be 3 under at worst.
Yeah. No, they did. They whooped
Jesus,
us.
Pratt,
It was
they-
bad. It was bad. Okay, I got some entries for the people that voted juniors, and if we would have won, this would have been like a 50-50 shot, I think, for whoever, because there was
Who
not
picked us?
many.
Did anyone pick us?
Darcy.
Oh,
because he said,
Would've
well,
been
Wilson will kill it,
Oh,
drive, Pratt will
Hosey.
stick it tight, and Wallace will tap it in.
Hosey's loyal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hosey's a loyal.
Okay,
brother.
here we go. Oh, repeat winner, Brody Haygarth.
Nice.
ooh, Hagee. And that's a golf package, right? That's
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
balls in a hat.
Oh, he's gonna be
Get a hold
so
of him,
pumped.
and Minch will get him hooked up.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's gonna be pumped.
Whew. Okay, so that was a good start to the show. We had some good vibes coming into this, folks. Like we were even talking this afternoon, just pumped, feeling it.
Well, I mean,
early.
we'll try to make the top 5 quick because we just talked about how good of golfers we are / how bad of golfers we are, and no one actually cares. So
Well, it's our show.
It's gonna
right?
be funny next week. It's gonna make for a fun episode next week, though. I
Yeah,
don't care
that's
what
true.
you guys say.
Any chatter of what might go down this weekend, or no?
for what? The classic?
What?
Cheap seats
Oh,
Uh,
sorry, yes, I can
spreading their
announce.
wings and flying.
I can officially announce this. I talked to Amanda. Had been in discussion with this for a while. As everyone is aware, we are at a stage in the classic where we can't have fans at the horse race. It's unfortunate, very unfortunate. But have no fear. Your fearless foursome will be here. We will be live streaming and commentating the event. I can't wait for this. I think it's going to be hilarious. With the help of Robert Godfrey, we will be posting this, and the live stream will be on YouTube, our Twitter account, Facebook. So everyone will be able to watch, and you'll be able to hear us basically make fun of each other for probably a good 3 hours, mostly me, and get some interviews with some of the golfers until they tell us to beat it or whatever. So it's something we're really looking forward to. Hope you guys enjoy it. We're going to do our best to entertain you. And yeah.
And don't worry, assuming I am golfing in it, I will still give my feedback for you guys on the live stream. So
See, like neither of you two are acting like that, so I feel like I made an okay pick here. Like,
Yeah.
I got you, Booms. I got you, buddy.
Yeah, I hope you do, you little fucker.
Okay, top 5. We kind of hummed and hawed about this one. We thought maybe we were overlapping a bit, but what the hell? It's our show. We can do what we want. So, top 5 favorite personal moments in sports. I'm going to be quick with mine. Don't need to rattle on. I got a couple of them.
Probably got 5.
Personal favorite moments,
Yes. Yeah.
not
personal
your
favorite.
own moments. Gotcha.
Number 5 for me will be the 28-3 comeback, obviously. The Atlanta, New England comeback. Little backstory into that. I had set up in the garage, had a little buffet going, smoking all night long, TV. At halftime, I literally wanted to go find a tree and a noose because I couldn't believe what was happening. When they came back and actually finally won it, I had gone through a full pack of smokes in that 3-hour game. I'm not shitting you.
God, Lane.
And I cried. I physically cried. I was that happy that just happened. My wife was witness to it. I'm surprised she still married me, but love you, dear. It's good. That was my number 5. Number 4. We didn't say anything about wrestling. Sports entertainment. I'm taking it and running with it. WrestleMania 18. There's some great moments. Some, Hogan and the Giant, Hogan Warrior, whatever.
Awesome.
I challenge anybody to go after this and go on and Google Rock versus Hogan. The whole match is on Daily Motion from WrestleMania 18. Hogan had just come back from WCW. The fans were loving the fact that he was back. Rock was the baby face. It was in Toronto. That fan reaction when he came into the ring, you could tell Hogan had turned back to the baby face. And the momentum when he hulked up, the crowd, I've never heard something so insane in my life. Do yourself a favor. Go back and watch it. It's 18 minutes.
Don't do it.
Wilson, you suck. I'm sorry you don't like being entertained by things like that. So
I do like wrestling, actually. I literally can't believe it's in your top 5, though.
absolutely, man. Some of the greatest moments in entertainment, sports entertainment, is from wrestling. Nowadays, wrestling is garbage. It is just so bad. But back then, scripted or not, it was fun to watch. Pratt, I think, will even side with me a bit on that one. Don't nod your head like that.
Wrestling's not making my top 5 because it's
No, but
thanks to the writers for writing the right script.
I
Like,
wanted to dig a bit. I didn't want to go that. What did you want me to say? Okay, well, I'll give you my next ones, and I don't even give a
You
shit.
want him to say Patriots, Falcons, and something about
Yeah.
the Kings?
Yeah, exactly. Alec Martinez overtime game-winning goal in Stanley Cup final, obviously. To watch your team win a Stanley Cup on an overtime game-winning goal is something that everyone loves to see. For me, it was great. Although they had won a cup 2 years previous, that was a little more special. My favorite sports moment, not really a moment, but the day that Gretzky got traded from Edmonton to LA. I became a lifelong Kings fan from that point in 1988. Even
That
after
was the trigger?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I followed Gretzky, stayed with it, and even when he got traded, I stayed with LA because that was where I was still, I think maybe 6.
So were you an Oilers fan?
Briefly, my dad was a huge Oilers fan to start with, and then he became a fan or Kings fan as well. So we've stuck with the Kings ever since then. So
What year was that?
What's that?
What year was that again?
1988. I was 6.
Oh God, I was gonna say I was way too young.
I still remember it the day it happened. I was at home when it came on TV, and I was ecstatic. So anyway, I think that was my number 4.
That was your second
Fourth
last
one. Yeah. One more.
My last one is Gretzky's performance in Game 7 against the Leafs in 92-93 in the conference final. For me, that was he scored the game-winning goal in overtime in Game 6 after the phantom call that didn't get called, the high stick on Gilmore. And everyone had already doubted the Kings. They were out. Plus, I hated Toronto at this point. So it was just great to see Gretzky put up a hat trick in that moment to get the Kings to the Cup final. They didn't win that year because Marty McSorley's a piece of shit. We won't go there. We've already been there. But to me, that was – I still remember it. I get goosebumps thinking about it because it was a moment my dad and I shared, and I kind of relate back to things that I've had with my dad over these, right? So to me, that's one of my greatest all-time performances and moments that's fond for me. So
He meant to score that goal from behind the net when he came.
absolutely he did. The
Only
rebound-
Gretzky means, and Crosby does too, but
Love it. Pratt, you're up, buddy.
okay.
Now, Wilson, was that bad? I don't think that was that bad.
No, that's good. No, terrible personal list, Blaine.
Yeah.
Brutal.
No
How
wrestling
can those
on
be your
Monday.
favorites? This is such a joke.
Number 5, I have, and I wasn't alive for it, but Rumble in the Jungle. I love that whole story with Muhammad Ali, George Foreman, and how he just outsmarted, didn't even outbox him, outsmarted him. The old rope-a-dope came to be at that moment. If you want to YouTube something pretty cool, watch that. And the coolest part about that is that he's whispering in George's ear the whole time he's punching him. Not only you hit like your sister, George. Anyways, that's my number 5. Number 4, I didn't know how to rank these, but I'm surprised it's number 4 is Joe Carter's game-winning home run, 93.
Figured that one.
I remember jumping around my living room, tripping over my vacuum. Not my vacuum, my parents' vacuum. Yeah, I'll never forget that one. This home run I actually liked more than Joe's, though, for my number 3 is Joey Bats and the bat flip.
My God.
Oh,
That was so,
Disgusting.
God, just the whole inning, the tee up to it, the coolness of it. If you don't like Joey, fine. You don't have to like him.
it was epic. I remember.
It was, and that you don't like the bat flip. Like, you have to at least respect the bat flip, don't you?
No,
Lou?
I love the bat flip. He gets a bad rap for that. Anybody that says they wouldn't do the
Does
same
he?
thing in that exact
What?
moment is shit. So
He earned cool points for me. That was
Check mark
awesome.
Oh, he got roasted pretty bad from the old school guys. But anyways, that was one hell of a dinger. My
Yeah.
second all time is a two for one. My buddy Barry hitting number 71 against the Dodgers. I was at a party at my buddy Matt Barassa's out in Hitchcock, having some drinks with the boys, and it came on the TV where they cut away to his at-bats and went yard. And I tie that one in with his number 756 when he beat Hank Aaron and set the record and became the all-time home run leader, which will never be broken ever. And number 1, 2018 Caps winning the Cup finally. After a lot of disappointing playoff runs for my boys, for them to win, my buddy Ovi to win, and the celebration after, it was pretty epic. So that's all I got, boys.
That chick flashing her tits on the glass, that was great.
Yep. That's Vegas, baby.
Yeah.
That is quite the snippet from that game.
Yeah, giddy up.
Somebody shared that to the group chat lately. I don't know who it was.
Yeah. Who's
Boomer.
up?
Me?
No, the other.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you guys are gonna laugh, but 3 of mine are from the same organization. But that's not really that big of a deal either, though, because it was just that awesome. Super Bowl 40 at Ford Field in Detroit. Steelers versus the Seahawks. Pittsburgh's at right around midfield, and they snap the ball. Roethlisberger does a reverse pitch to Antoine Randall, and he circles around to the right side of the line and throws a somewhat deep ball, actually, for a wide receiver to throw to Hines Ward, who was pretty much wide open. He had 2 or 3 steps, and he went into the end zone for a touchdown. And that game was pretty much in hand from that point on. Pittsburgh won that game 21-10 for the Super Bowl in 2005. Number 4, Super Bowl 43 at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Steelers versus Cardinals. And everybody's probably seen this before. It's Santonio Holmes' catch in the back right corner of the end zone.
Tippy toe.
At the end of the game. What's that?
Tippy toe.
Yeah, tippy toe. It was crazy. I still don't even know like how he did that or how he even had the presence of mind to do that. But
wasn't it the play before? Wasn't there a penalty? And like actually, Roethlisberger, the catch is amazing, but Roethlisberger made 2 unbelievable throws back to back.
Yep.
Like unbelievable.
Yep. Yeah, that second one, and if you watch him, that second one too, like he stands. I watched it again today, probably like 62 times. But he's standing in the pocket and he's bouncing back and forth, and he kind of just points with his left arm, and then both of them kind of just both head to the right side of the field, and he just whips it in there, and it doesn't look like there's any chance. Like Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie's there. I can't remember who the free safety is for the Cardinals at that point, but he throws it right over DRC's head, and Santonio catches it, and there's nobody else that can catch that ball. Like it is so out of reach for everybody else, and it was just like, wow, holy. But
hey, Boomer.
Yeah.
Not to interrupt you, but I am. I had a viewer, a viewer of the show, say that Ben Roethlisberger would make his top 5 overrated athletes. Just so you know.
Guy sounds real intelligent. So my number 3 is Tiger Woods winning the 2001 Masters, beating David Duval by 2 shots. And the reason that one's so special for me is because that's the 4th major that he wins in the same count, like in a row. So that's the Tiger Slam as they've coined it, and basically puts him above absolutely everybody else in golf's realm, if you ask me. Number 2 and number 1 for me are almost interchangeable. I know Wilson knows what one of these is already, and probably so do both of you two. But UFC 65, it's St. Pierre Hughes 2, and I don't remember where we watched this fight, but it was either at Boston Pizza or it was in Brant Kersey's basement, and George came in there, and you could just tell he had just an unbelievable amount of confidence, and he almost finishes him in the first round, like with seconds left, and he ends up catching him with a head kick in the first half of the second round to win the welterweight title, and he held on to it for a long time after that. So that was a pretty good one for me. That was back when we followed fighting like nonstop. I've really fallen off in the last 5 years, but we were really into it then. And the last one is Super Bowl 43 again, Raymond James Stadium, Pittsburgh Steelers versus Arizona Cardinals. Halftime, I think the Cardinals are on about the 4 or 5 yard line. Kurt Warner drops back, and he goes to throw a quick pass to his left, and James Harrison's standing right there. And he catches the ball, and he takes off out of the end zone, and he's kind of got a lot of room. And the magical thing about this play is if he doesn't score a touchdown, time runs out, and they don't, like, that's it. It's
and
halftime.
He barely got in.
And he barely gets it, and he is just like dragging ass after he
I've said that's one of the best plays in sports in NFL history. Well, Super Bowl history for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And and that was them. That led to them winning 27-23 in actually one of the wildest Super Bowls I've seen in a long time.
Yeah,
so.
that was a good. That was the same one, obviously.
Yep. So that's her.
Okay, well, I'll make mine quick because it's a lot of the same stuff, right? It's all the personal ones, so it's all our favorite teams and when they win. But actually, I'll kick it off with a different one that's never really been brought up on the show, actually. And I was trying to think of what's my favorite golf tournament win. And you always talk about Tiger, but when Weir won the Masters in 2003, and I was like a big Weir, like, what? You didn't like Weir?
He was so boring. Good for him. He's Canadian.
I was happy for him.
Lefty Canadian, and you guys.
I outdrive him.
No personality. No, like you can't get behind the guy. I don't know. Just
Good
He was
guy, though.
playing
Good
good
guy.
golf back then, and I remember that was a big deal. Like he was.
That's your
yeah,
top 5 best moment of all sports is Mike Weir.
my favorite
Yeah, that's what yeah. I'm
is when Weir won. Yeah, I was a big Weir fan. I loved it.
more than any Tiger win or anything, hey? Well,
Well, he's got 5 more spots.
Here's what you got to realize: I was never much of a Tiger fan throughout because he was just so dominant, and I never really cheered for him. That's why I was always cheering for Weir. Like up until Tiger went through his little all his shit there, I kind of jumped on the bandwagon after that. But before that, I was always kind of cheering against him because he was just killing everyone, and you respect the guy, right? But I wasn't cheering for him.
wow. Didn't know that about you.
Yeah. Learned something new about Wilson today.
Yeah.
I was a huge Weir fan. I still
He
like
was
him.
good. He was great. I just
You
Yeah,
guys
I'm not saying the guys that I'm just saying, just
well,
wouldn't make
guess
my
we can
top 5.
guess we can debate these lists. Horrible pick rules. Next.
Yeah, rough start, Wilson, rough start.
actually, I'm gonna fuck. I almost want to take this off and only do 4 because I'm pumping Wallace's ego or just putting a smile on his face. Was when the 2nd and 1 when the Patriots beat the Seahawks in the Super Bowl.
I was honorable mentioning it at the end. I was gonna do it. Yeah.
Everyone knows my hatred for Pete Carroll and the Seahawks, but so the game before that, the NFC Conference Championship, was when Green Bay blew that lead against Seattle with the onside kick, the 2-point conversion, the absolutely anything that could have went wrong. They should have been in that Super Bowl. So I'm sitting there watching it thinking Seattle's going to win. And just how Carroll acted after they beat Green Bay, Sherman, all those guys and what they were saying drove me nuts for 2 weeks. And then I got to see that. And not only, it was one of the biggest kind of blown calls in sports history. It was just huge. And I remember sitting there being like, it felt like Green Bay won almost at that point for a Super Bowl. It was
Quick
and
little
I just
section. That I went from being pumped, I thought it was over, then the horse shit catch where he fell, bobbled it, 2 guys around him, and then it lands in his stomach at the 10. And I'm sitting, I literally hit the ground, and I was almost ready to throw up, and I'm like, oh my God, they're gonna freaking win.
They're gonna do it, yeah.
And all you had to do is hand it off to Marshawn Lynch. That game's over.
Lynch had a 4-yard run to take it to the 1, and it was 2nd and 1, and they threw the ball. It's unreal.
I might have slightly pissed myself when he intercepted it and caught the ball. It was so great. Oh, it was just it. Okay, keep going, Wilson. Sorry.
Okay, getting into just the personal phase, Super Bowl 45. Now, Green Bay beat the Steelers, so it's the 4th time your organization has been brought up, Boomer. But the point that I actually remember, and like the moment that kind of is when Charles Woodson left the game with a broken collarbone, and it was right around halftime. Like it wasn't late in the game, but the thing that kind of like the moment that I remember is still like having the confidence that the team was going to win the game. And you know how kind of when you got those feelings and stuff like that, where it's like, oh, I don't know if this is going to work and stuff. But when he left, me still being like, no, they're winning this game. And then Matthews recovering the fumble. And yeah, it was actually a tighter game than what I felt like it was because I thought Green Bay kind of had it the whole time. So next is actually a recent one when Kawhi hit the shot.
I knew that was going to be one of them.
Hoping it came out.
Against Philly in Game 7. It was.
That place erupted. It was great.
My neighbors literally heard me yelling in my living room. No, like they told me they heard me yelling.
You know, the funny thing was a lot of people were saying when that shot went in that the U.S. announcers were saying like, no, like they couldn't believe it went in. But I don't think it came off like that. I heard it a few times and everyone was like, oh, they didn't want Toronto to win. No, I think they were just like, holy crap, can't believe that happened, right? So,
well, it was unbelievable. What a shot.
Yeah.
And then the Super Bowl 31, 96. Oh, against the Patriots. I never realized that. We got one against the
Right,
Steelers,
you
one
didn't.
against the Patriots. There we go. Yeah, and then the moment in that game was when Favre to Freeman, the big touchdown pass. Knew it was in the bag at that point. Just locked me in as a Packers fan for the rest of my life. So, you know what actually chaps me about that game? Desmond Howard got the MVP. The
Really?
kicker.
Holy
Yeah.
shit, he ran back a kickoff and had like how many all-purpose yards?
Oh, that's right. He did run back that kickoff. I forgot about
Howard
that.
had,
Yeah,
like,
chapped you that he got the freaking. Why would
Anyway.
I don't know. Okay, sorry. I'm doing it this week. That was a horrible top 5 list.
Okay, no, I got 2 things to take from Wilson's top 5. 2 things to take. First of all, Richard Sherman's face after that interception has become one of the greatest gifts
Yeah.
of possibly all time.
I love
Second
it.
of all-
I just love it.
Second of all, potential trivia question in coming weeks. Is Pete Carroll 29 or 87? Because I can't tell, and I don't know.
He's the oldest coach in the league, pretty sure.
Well, you had me fooled.
Honorable
Looks like Larry Johnstone.
on my list. I
He
feel bad.
does look like Larry Johnstone. Yes.
I got an honorable mention it as a Mariner fan. The '95 when the Mariners finally dethroned the Yankees. I forgot about that when they were down. Edgar hit the double. Griffey's coming around. That was the first real big step for me as a Mariners fan.
Oh, we're doing honorable mentions. Okay. 07, Eli Manning, Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And 2012, Eli Manning, Super Bowl.
Brad, how many cups do the Caps have? Just curious.
Oh, God, here we go. Well,
No. How many do they have though, Jeff?
In the last, what,
Just one,
5
right?
years?
Just one, right?
In the last 5 years?
Just one, right?
Just one.
No, just one, right? How many do the Kings have?
this
More-
is a
more
terrible
years in the league.
subject. We
Well,
should probably
no,
take
I'm-
a break.
No.
Yeah.
How many do the Kings have?
Good top
There's
5, guys.
2.
Actually, brutal top 5, myself included. So, Laner, take us there.
Oh, Jeff, we're gonna have a chat about this. Okay, so now we're back to one of our favorite. Sorry, guys, that was a horrible top 5. We dropped the ball on that. That was, yeah,
Stinker.
yeah.
Yeah.
We will make amends for it. We will come back strong, but we're gonna do our we like this is good. We like doing our little trivia. I'm gonna let Boomer take the floor. Boomer's doing the questions this week for me and Pratt and Wilson. This is gonna be a doozy. Okay.
Okay, let's get it from all of you guys. I want to know who you guys are playing for your pizza. Lane, state the name.
I am playing for Kyle Hoyam.
My horse in this week's tournament, Jeff. Who are you playing for?
Well, I just feel bad because the only way someone's going to get a pizza is if I pick them, and he deserves one. So I'm going with Mo.
Okay, and
Well, Wills couldn't win him one last week, so I'll give him one
I
this week.
see. We'll see. I see. You're chirping me.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give mine to Hangen then. Mike Hangen.
And Jeff has not seen these questions.
No, actually, I shouldn't get so
He
cocky.
should be really careful here. You know what? One question is going to be right up Jeff's alley. The other two are pretty much. One of them's pretty fantasy driven though, fantasy sports driven. So I feel like Jeff's probably in there on that one. But the first one, I think Wallace and Wilson could have a heyday. So we're going to start off. What do you guys pick a sport? I got one from the NFL, one from NHL, and one from the MLB.
NFL, get her out of the way.
Fuck, I was
Okay.
gonna say save that one for last.
Okay, so all right, I'm gonna try.
Hey,
and
who's
do
going
this
first?
because I've never done this before, so bear with me. Who's going first? How did we do that, Wallace, last time?
Yeah,
Number.
number.
Pick a number. Whoever gets
Oh,
it.
between 1 and 10.
Yeah, and then we go.
Whoever
clockwise.
gets it, or who's ever closest.
No, whoever gets it.
Okay, I got a number between 1 and 10. Wilson.
4.
Oh, he got it. Okay, so Wilson's going first, and then I guess we'll go Wilson, Pratt, Wallace, and this is the NFL one, and this is one that if you watch football, you probably should have a good clue. You should have a pretty good idea.
I can't
And
handle looking at Pratt right now. He's just like,
It's
By the way, 8 fucking seconds because last week Boomer got 25 seconds to answer.
and he still didn't get it right.
He didn't, but
I'm so nervous about this football one because I watch a lot of football.
You'll be fine. You might be able to rattle off 600.
This
There's
is
a
crap.
lot. There's a lot of options here, you guys. But it's the 2019 NFL season, and it's players with 100 or more tackles.
oh,
Well, you know, Pratt, you laugh, but at the same time, I don't even think it's that bad.
Oh my God.
I don't
go
think it's that bad.
start.
Am I up? Blake
Yep, you're
Martinez.
up.
Did you get that? Blake
Yep.
Martinez?
Is it
Yeah,
right?
that's one.
Donald.
Aaron Donald?
Mm,
I don't think so.
I don't. I
No,
got
he didn't.
no.
No, Lyman.
If he did, he's right at the bottom. Nope. Jeff did not. So, Lane.
Joe Schobert.
Yep. Wilson.
Luke Kuechly.
Yep. Wallace.
Dante Hightower.
Nope. So Wilson had 2. Wallace had
Oh,
1.
Nope.
No, Wilson.
Bobby
is
Wagner.
going. That's a. Oh,
That is your leader last year.
Kiko Alexander.
Nope.
I'd
3.
actually have to call you out on it too because it would have you had it wrong. It's either Kiko Alonso or Quan Alexander.
Quan is who I meant.
Oh, you should just say the last name like Jeopardy.
no.
It was neither of them, so don't worry about it.
I was gonna go Smith.
Jeff,
Brooks.
Jeff, you'd have got it right. You could have moved on with Smith.
Calvin Smith.
You could have moved on with Jones. You could have moved on with Thompson.
Yeah.
You could have moved on
Oh
with
my
Collins.
God.
You could have moved on with a pile of people. But let's
That-
move on. Let's move on to our next question. What do you guys want to see next? NHL or baseball?
I don't care.
I don't even care. That was so embarrassing again. Oh my God.
Okay, so do we do another number pick or is it just Pratt?
Are we doing baseball?
Nope.
Well, I think it should go Pratt, me, and then Wilson, then go me, Wilson, Pratt.
Sure.
Okay, so Pratt. Okay, so it goes Pratt, Wallace, Wilson. This one. Hockey or baseball, Jeff?
Baseball.
Ooh. Okay. This is 2019 season. Pitchers with 200 or more Ks.
I knew it.
Go.
I
on.
knew it. You were gonna freaking ask that question.
Holy shit.
No, man.
Who's up?
You go.
Oh, Scherzer.
Next, Wallace.
Oh my. I'm brainstalling.
8. That's got to be 8.
That's it. Yeah,
That's it. Oh my
Wilson?
God.
Bieber.
Who? Sorry.
Bieber.
Yeah, absolutely. Jeffrey.
Garrett Cole.
Absolutely. Wilson.
Strasburg.
Absolutely. Jeffrey.
Oh,
Kluber.
no.
Something makes me say no, but I have to
He's
check.
hurt.
Nope.
Oh,
Wilson, you get to go again.
Verlander.
Absolutely. Next. That's 8.
Yeah. Kershaw. Wilson.
Oh!
I thought he was
Bueller.
hurt last year.
Kershaw did not get 200
Oh,
K.
right, he was hurt, but Bueller.
Bueller did.
Yeah.
So
Did Clevenger? No, he was hurt. Never mind.
Syndergaard, Bumgarner, Gray, Rodriguez, Bueller, Sale, Castillo, Giolito, Nola,
Wasn't
Flaherty.
Sale hurt?
He had 200 Ks. Flaherty, Robbie Ray, Matt Boyd, Patrick Corbin, Charlie Morton, Lance Lynn,
Wow.
Trevor
These are
Bauer,
tough.
and Jacob DeGrom. You guys missed.
Oh, I should have known DeGrom.
Jacob DeGrom, you guys missed.
God.
Wow. Why do we have this show? What are we doing?
I don't know.
We're
Oh my
embarrassing ourselves. We
it's
need to
hard.
scratch
It's
this
hard
segment.
when you're doing it.
I feel so much better in my
What's
seat
the
right
score?
now. Well, Wilson has 6, you have 2, and Wallace has 1.
Wow. Okay.
Hang on, I got to take a drink here because I'm getting tired. Oh boy, that was good. Wow, I really thought Wilson would get more tackles, but
This is messed up.
okay. So I think Wallace goes first now, right?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Then Wilson, Wallace, Wilson, Jeff. Is that how it
Yeah.
goes?
Shit.
Okay.
I'll go first. All right.
So I don't want you guys doubling up on answers, basically using the same guy's name twice, but it is Hart Trophy winners of the last 30 years.
Till 1990.
88, 89.
Holy. Okay.
And Wallace, give her,
Gretzky.
kick her off. Who?
Gretzky.
That's one.
Ovechkin.
That's another one. Pratt.
Mario.
That's another one. Wallace.
Iserman. No.
No. No Eiserman. Wilson, you're up.
Solani.
No.
Negative. Jeff, you can run the table here.
Okay. Hasek.
Absolutely. Multiple times.
Theodore.
They really? You got Theodore? Okay.
Crosby. I didn't hear
Yeah.
Crosby.
Oh my God.
Corey Perry.
Keep going.
Forsberg.
Keep going.
Fedorov.
Keep going.
Malkin.
Yep.
I think he just won.
McDavid.
Oh,
Yep.
What a brain cramp still though.
it helps when you're looking down at
Sakic.
the phone like you were.
That was longer than 8 seconds.
No, he just snuck it in.
Fuck
Like
that.
just.
Sakic's one.
Yes.
Why did I say?
Yager.
Yes. Keep going.
Joe Thornton.
Was he? Where
Oh
is
yeah.
he?
2005 at 6.
That's right. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. Yeah. Keep going.
Just scroll through your phone, Pratt, like you've been doing here.
Yeah, like you might as well just have it on. Like,
Okay,
you
well,
Google,
that's it.
Fuck you, you're Googling.
That's it. That's it. So, Mo, you win our pizza.
Is that what your guys' go-to when I kick your ass every time I Google shit? Lose like men, you little. I won't say the word.
Okay, anyways.
Whoa!
Go back to video. He's got something that he's writing down there. Doing
So,
something.
hang on a sec. So, we got 1, 2, 3.
I think I would have
4,
Googled a guy who could tackle
9,
rather than say a
13, 14.
defensive
So,
lineman.
the final score is 14-7 to 2. To 2.
Lane.
So, yeah. So, Morgan Burnett, or wait, what's his name?
Burton.
Morgan Burden is this week's winner of the Trivia Pizza. So that's pretty good. That actually went exactly how I thought it would for the Hart thing. But
Yeah, I wouldn't have really been good at that
Iggy
one.
and,
Although there's just so many
St.
just
Louis.
blatantly obvious names.
yeah,
Listen,
like I didn't know.
Solani.
I didn't know
I don't know
Hasek.
why you said Solani.
Hasek won it back-to-back years in Buffalo. Hey, holy!
I can't
should've
believe
said
I went with
Price, too.
Iserman over Yager. Like, just go with the fucking answer that was in here. Like, oh my God.
Lane is so bad at this. I know it's hard, but wow, Lane.
It is hard. I don't care what anybody
Well,
says. It is hard.
whatever. I'll take the loss, like whatever. But for everyone that's sitting there being like, "Oh my God, how does he not know that?" When you're actually in your head and it's videoing and there's a clock going, I'm sorry, it's not easy. It's not. So.
It's easier than what we make it look, though.
Yeah, I'll give it that.
Pratt's good at
Good
it.
on Pratt. Yeah, like
Well,
I can't chirp him. So
You know what? The tackles, Kuechly, I should have. That's a struggle for me, that one. I follow football enough, but it's not defense. Not at all.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty brutal on all.
apparently, I don't know who.
Well, Wilson got the
There's
top
either.
two. Like Wilson got the top two right away. So he had Wagner and he had Martinez like right off the bat. So
You thought I was going down the list?
yeah, I thought you were just gonna let her go. I thought you were just like, oh well, Pratt didn't mention number 3, so
Oh yeah, I was studying this. Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, but it was amazing how many guys had 100 tackles that did it very, very quietly last year. Like,
Wallace, you got any skin on this Lakers-Clippers game here?
Absolutely.
Who do you got? Because
I took
Lakers
the
are
clip.
winning now.
I took the clip.
I hate to break it to you, but the Lakers are winning by 5 now. They were down.
That's
Story of
still
my day so
preseason, right?
far. The trivia was just the cherry on top.
Still preseason?
No, this is legit. These ones count.
Okay.
I had a good one. So today, first basketball game of the year, I'm like, oh man, I got it. So, but I was just doing stuff. I'm like, oh, I missed it. Go on. And I was going to take the Pelicans, New Orleans, to play, and they were playing Utah.
Jazz, yeah.
So I go on. It's the game's on the go. Take them, and take the Pelicans and whatever. And then I'm watching the game, and I'm like, hey, come on. For anyone that watched, Pelicans were up huge at one point. Almost could have cashed out and got all my money at that point. Utah comes back. It's down to 30 seconds left going. I'm like, how much am I going to lose here? And then I realized but when I bet the game, it was in play and New Orleans was down by 10. So I had New Orleans plus 2.5. And it was 109, 107 or whatever the score was. So I covered on the plus 2.5, not even knowing what I betted. So I was just like, that almost made my top 5 most favorite sports moments. It was like, I can gamble on them, and this is it was just
more exciting than Weir, that's for sure.
Okay, we got to wrap this up. We're getting there. So, a couple things. Tomorrow, deadline for the hockey pool. We've got a few entries in here. Tomorrow night by 10 o'clock Eastern, they got to be in there because I got to start it and get it entered because it starts on Saturday. So let's try and get those in.
Screenshot it and text us, eh?
Send it to us, screenshot it, Twitter, anything. We'll post it again on Twitter tonight, tomorrow. There's a bunch out there, and we're just waiting for them to come back in. So
we'll go after you for the money.
What's that?
We'll go after you for the money. Get the pool in, and we'll get our money from you. Ideally, send it right away, but we want what?
Pay to play, Jeff. Pay to play. We're not running a donation here, okay? But
we trust them. I'm with Pratt. Don't listen to Lane, folks. Just we'll get her in and we'll be
fine. Enough pools, boys, to see how this one goes. Boomer yet somehow every year has to track the boys down for the baseball league fees. So yeah. Anyway, do we have a local shout out? I guess the local shout out is just the Classic this weekend. Let's give her.
What about baseball though? Like that.
Can we talk about
get out to
Joe
one of those
Kelly?
games?
Can we talk about Joe Kelly? Come on.
Oh.
Like, are you kidding me? Like, I can't. So this guy's gonna serve a suspension.
Look at Lane.
More harsh than anybody that played for the Astros team.
What is Lane
actually caught cheating?
What's Lane so pissed about?
Like, are you kidding me? He didn't even hit the play. He didn't even hit him.
I'm not pissed. I'm in my relaxed listening.
It's a BS move. Give him
8 game.
Give him a game or whatever it is. But
is that what they did though?
But it's because he almost started a fight during COVID. That's what they're trying to send a statement that they don't.
That's not why.
Yes, they
Okay,
do.
hang on.
Yeah,
Lane,
they
that's
don't want
stupid.
these guys fighting.
But then don't suspend the guys who get off the bench. Don't
Yeah.
suspend the pitcher who threw the pitch.
He started it. I mean, I love it. It was great.
Hey,
Or
here's
don't bang garbage cans to steal signs.
but do they just do this to like they have to give him enough games that he misses a start? Is that a thing? Like, because it's a pitcher,
Oh.
right? So
Yeah,
if
he misses
give
8
him-
games, but he's only actually missing 1.
that's my point. Like you can give him a 4-game suspension, but then he just makes his next start. So
That's
as
a
a
very
pitcher,
good
He's a
point.
starter.
No,
Is
he's
he
a
a starter?
bullpen.
He's a reliever, boys.
No, but or
Yeah.
start or appearance. Sorry, what I'm getting at is he'll only pitch a certain amount of times throughout these. He's not a batter where he's going to play every game. I guess.
No, but he's going to play 3 or 4 in a.
Yeah.
In an 8-game span, he might play that. So, but I just wonder: is that what goes through Manfred's head when he does a suspension for a pitcher, starter, reliever, whatever it might be? Because it translates. I mean.
Yeah.
One, it's only a 60-game season, so these suspensions are worth that much more. But is it different when they suspend a pitcher compared to a batter?
I think you might. That's a good question, and again, we're not smart enough apparently to know that. But I think you're right. They do like the 5 or 6 games for a pitcher, starting pitcher.
Just because it's
He's
so
not a
easy
starter.
to be not relevant for or not make an impact anyway. But just for Boomer, you're right. Like these guys need to. I mean, I'm surprised the commissioner doesn't realize that he can almost correct the mistake by kind of turning a blind eye to this whole thing. But as far as the starting a fight thing goes, Lane, like, come on.
No, that was talked about on like Mad Dog today. So, like I said, I listened to all aspects of it. I think there's a lot of things that went into it. They do not want these guys getting into physical altercations.
So how come everybody else that beaned Astros didn't get dinged up with a suspension?
Yeah.
There are pitchers that have actually hit them back to back.
Yeah, but they didn't cause a bench clearing brawl or a fight.
But what I'm saying is, like, okay, how do you know when a bench clearing brawl is going to start?
Okay,
Exactly.
so Lane, let's say
That
Jarrett
was
Cole-
a tipping point.
Jarrett
He was
Cole's
being a
pitching.
dick.
Jarrett Cole's pitching
Jarrett
and hits a batter.
Did you just say Jarrett Cole?
Huh?
You said Jarrett Cole, as in like he's a Jarrett.
Garrett Cole
Garrett
is
Cole.
pitching. Holy
He's
crap.
pitching, and everyone just hits a batter, and everyone charges the mound or charges onto the field. Do you suspend the pitcher?
Probably.
So
No.
you could use
In
that as a
this
tactic
season,
then
guys,
here. The
the
second
thing
that
about
a
this
good
is-
pitcher
An umpire
Hit
and
someone.
a coach, he can't even get, if he gets in the umpire's space, he's getting suspended.
he didn't even get ejected.
You're missing the.
You're missing it. Wilson's right on this. The guys leaving the bench don't determine the suspension on the pitcher.
Well, Jeff, it's the same thing
Because-
last night in the hockey game, the first fight between the Islanders and the Rangers. They literally said today that they will face suspension if they continue to do it. They don't want the contact and the closeness. If an umpire and a coach get into a disgruntlement or an argument on a call or a play, when he comes out to argue with the umpire, if he gets within a 2-foot radius of him, he is honestly suspended. They were talking about it today.
Yes,
Yeah.
Lane,
Okay.
we get that.
So
But-
then what are we talking? If a
Well-
player gets off the bench and they're within reason from each other and they're going to fight or they're going to be in each other's faces, they're probably going to get suspended, boys.
So
They
hang on
didn't
a
suspend
second.
those guys.
So let's
That's
play
probably what's gonna happen.
let's
Joe
play devil's
Kelly
advocate
started
here.
that.
Let's play devil's advocate here. Joe Kelly, misgrips a slider and he lets one, spin a little bit up high on like he didn't even hit the guy. That's the part that blows me up. Like I'm like, come on, man. Like had he beamed him square in the back, now we're having a different conversation. If you're saying that it's because he caused a fight, like I'm sorry, but
Bull crap
I
call.
can't. I
It's
can't.
a bullcrap call, but actually,
Oh.
part of me is Lane's little excuse there about how he started it. That I think
Well, he talked shit to him as he was leaving the mound.
so. Is
No.
that the reason then, Lane? It's not because he started the brawl. Is my point.
There was
Is
no
it the
brawl.
pitch
They
that-
just
is it
got in
the
each other's
pitch that
faces.
he's being
I'm just
suspended
saying.
for?
they're trying to eliminate that from this season. That's what they're trying to do.
So suspend anyone who walks off that bench.
Yeah.
And now you guys got my conspiracy theorist head going. This is how they're going to eliminate hockey fights forever. You watch. You'll be like, it didn't work so bad last year. You know what? Fighting's out of the game. Didn't go so bad last year. Fighting's done. You fight, you get 5 games. Period. That's what they're going to do. That's I guess
on that, I'd like to touch base. I've watched pretty much every game so far, the exhibition games. Not bad hockey. For no fans, they've had some intensity.
Yeah.
And
I don't think the no fan thing and the intensity thing is going to be an issue. This is playoff hockey.
They look ready to go. I'm not.
I still want to see if you got to pay-per-view it or you got to do something. Give me a feed that lets me hear exactly what they're saying on the ice.
Can.
Because I would love that.
You
can. How?
There's one version on NHL Network that's unedited, apparently, and then there's the Canadian one that's edited. It's got a 5-second delay.
Oh, see, that'd be beautiful. That's the hockey I want to watch.
I think I have it available to me on my NHL Game Center because I get my NHL games through NHL Live, not through Center Ice. So I think I've got the good version. I don't think Canadians will get it. So could be wrong. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway. Just the top 5 left a bad taste in my mouth for this episode, boys. We didn't bring it. We didn't bring it.
I do want to push people on here, though. Get out and watch some baseball in town.
Tap House Wolves, yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Go out there and watch them.
Thursdays and Sundays, maybe?
Well, I was going to suggest us going down there one night and maybe doing some live stream tweeting there, eh?
Yeah.
Well, it used to be Tuesdays and Thursdays were games, and then you'd hit the odd doubleheader on the weekends. But from what I understand here is tonight is actually the final game that they're going to play in the regular season. And if they beat Cardiff tonight, they will be in first place.
Better hurry up and get on down there then.
Well, yeah. Hang on. Just I can look outside here if you give me a minute. I can check if the lights are still on. But yeah.
Cool.
But we gotta give the boys a shout out and wish them good luck in the Harbor, and if that tournament's happening, the Saskota tournament that happens at the end of every year. So good luck to the boys.
Yep.
All right, guys. Cage
Classic,
match
baby.
weekend. Battle of the Titans. Wilson versus Pratt versus Wallace.
Titans.
We'll keep it on Twitter.
Just so everybody knows, I'm gonna be at the course. I'm gonna try and be as involved as I can, even though I can't swing a fucking club. But yeah, so good luck to these 3, and hope everybody has a good weekend. Good August long.
Yeah. All right, guys. Have a good weekend.
Thanks, sponsors.
Cheers.
Thanks, Pete. Thanks,
Happy.
Jeff and Lee.
Vince,
Jeff.
everyone.
Thanks, boys.